Okay, so as you could hear, obviously it's just camera audio. We went down to a place near London to get the album mastered by a guy called Nigel Palmer, who mixed all the Iona records and has mastered albums for some really well-known names. So he did a fantastic job. I've had a few questions on why I decided, why I didn't mix the album myself, and some more like, what's the point of getting an album mastered? Surely if it's mixed, what does the mastering process add? So I'll just quickly talk you through that. So the reason I didn't mix the album myself is because I've been working on the album for about 1.5 to 2 years, and when you do that and there's so many parts, so many guitar parts, horn parts, choir parts, string parts, you kind of get a bit attached to all those things, and it becomes a bit hard I find it a bit hard to make artistic choices that weren't really sort of, I guess, biased, because you just kind of get like you can't hear it anymore. So I got Dave Bainbridge to mix it, and what was great about what he did is he prioritised the instruments and the music as he heard it, because he hadn't been working with it for 2 or so years like I have, and he's done a really great job. The mixes that he did were great, but what happened, the reason a lot of musicians kind of skip the mastering stage, but mastering adds the final bit of polish, so that no matter what you listen, what system you listen to the music on, it's going to sound pretty good. It's not going to be too bassy, or it's not going to have any kind of weird audio problems, whether you play it over a PA in a stadium or on your CD headphones. And a mastering engineer listens to it really different to a mixing engineer. He's just listening to bits so that there's consistency across all the albums, and he can usually they have much more expensive gear than they would in a recording studio for listening back. So this particular studio, the speakers were £9,000 a pair, and just so they could really pick out the extra detail. And the other thing is they set the loudness as well, so they make sure all the tracks are going to be at a commercial level of volume, if you like. So my advice is it's really worth paying the extra money for the mastering. I've heard so many albums where you listen to the album, as you go through the album you're like, man, they should have got this mastered, it just sounds like it's a bit all over the place. So that's why you should get stuff mastered, and I really recommend it. I really recommend Nigel down at Lowland Masters. He did a great job.